नेक्स्ट पोया व्हॉट इज इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट. इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट म्हटल्यार कितें? इट इज अ क्लोज पाथ along which an electric current flows. इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट म्हटल्यार कितें? इट इज अ क्लोज पाथ. क्लोज पाथ म्हटल्यार कितें? क्लोज असता. सो पाथ म्हटल्यार वाट. ओके, जेन्ना वाट जेन्ना क्लोज असता आनी थंय जेन्ना करंट फ्लो जाता वी से इट्स अ इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट. सो इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट एक अशें असता. सो ताका बॅटरी आसपाक जाय. सो फ्रॉम पॉझिटिव्ह एमिटर, बल्ब आनी की. दिस इज अ बेसिक इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट. क्लोज पाथ म्हळ्यार पळय हांगा जी फूल जी वायर आसा पळय क्लोज्ड आसा पळय, खंयच ओपन ना. की हांगा बॅटरी कनेक्ट केला, हांगच्यान एमिटर दिला, मागीर बल्ब जालो, बल्ब जावन मागीर की जालो. की म्हटल्यार कितें? तुका समज की ऑन आनी ऑफ करपाक लायक अ स्विच. की इज लायक अ स्विच. सो इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स म्हटल्यार कितें? इट इज डिफायन्ड एज अ वर्क डन इन कॅरिंग अ युनिट चार्ज फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट टू अनदर बिटवीन 2 points of electric circuit. ये ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन केला हांगा. सो पोटेंशियल डिफरन्साचें काम कितें म्हणून सांगलेलें? पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स जाता तेन्ना इलेक्ट्रिक चार्जेस मूव करपाक हेल्प करता, रायट? फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट टू अनदर चार्ज जेन्ना मूव जाता, कित्याक मूव जाता इज बिकॉज ऑफ दी पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स. पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स इज नथिंग बट दी voltage. So it says that it is defined as a work done in carrying a unit charge from one point to another between the 2 points of the electric circuit. So from this point charge carry karpa. Charge is negative, right? Electrons, right? So from this side it will move. And ye je arrow dista poy, that is your current. SI unit of potential difference is what? Volt. So basically kitle voltage tu hanga connect karta poy, based on that तुझा hanga current flow jatlo. Clear? So 1 volt म्हटल्यार कितें? When 1 joule of work done to carry 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another of a current carrying conductor, then the potential difference is said to be 1 volt. So 1 volt is what? Work done per unit charge. So work done per unit charge. So here Q, capital Q. So capital Q is nothing but what? Net charge. Work is what? It is in joule. When you do 1 joule of work, SI unit kire joule. So when you do 1 joule of work, kiriya to move 1 coulomb of charge. So 1 joule of work to move 1 coulomb of charge from what? From one point to another. From one point to another, जेन्ना तुका charge move करपाक जाय कितलो? 1 coulomb. So how much work you have to apply? 1 joule of work you have to apply. सो 1 जूल ऑफ वर्क जेन्ना अप्लाय करता तेन्ना कितें जाता? 1 coulomb ऑफ चार्ज मूव जाता फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट टू अनदर ऑफ अ करंट कॅरिंग कंडक्टर. सो कंडक्टर असता पळय, वायर बेसिकली. देन द पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स इज सेट टू बी 1 volt. सो 1 volt इज इक्वल टू 1 joule, that is 1 W divided by 1 coulomb, that is charge. Voltmeter is what? आता voltmeter म्हटल्यार कितें जाता पळय, एमिटर इज टू डिटेक्ट द करंट, करेक्ट? तशेंच वोल्टमीटर कितें करतलें आता? हाऊ मच वोल्टेज. सो तुका ही बॅटरीची वोल्टेज फायंड आउट करपाक जाय, पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स फायंड आउट करपाक जाय ह्या बॅटरी. सो तू कितें कनेक्ट करपाक जाय हांगा? अशें सकयल कितें कनेक्ट करपाक जाय? वोल्टमीटर. ओके, सो वॉट इट सेज? इट इज एन इंस्ट्रुमेंट used to measure the potential difference and represented by the symbol V. अशी line, circle and V. In an electric circuit, it is always connected in parallel across the point between which the potential difference is to be made. It has high resistance. So voltmeterak high resistance असता. High resistance असल्यार कितें जातला? करंट कमी फ्लो जाता. आमकां वोल्टमीटरान करंट फायंड आउट करपाचो ना. सो जेन्ना करंट आमकां फायंड करपाचें ना तेन्ना आमी असो डिझायन करपाक जाय तेजो रेजिस्टन्स हाय आसपाक जाय. वेरेज एमिटर आसा पळय तेका आमी लो रेजिस्टन्स जाय. लो रेजिस्टन्स असल्यार कितें आमकां मॅक्सिमम करंट पास जाल्यारूच आमकां कळटलो कितलो करंट फ्लो जाता तो. सिमिलर वे पळय. सो वन पॉयंट यू हॅव टू रिमेंबर हियर, एमिटर यू हॅव टू कनेक्ट ऑलवेज इन द सिरीज. पयलीं न्ही हांगा सिरीज कनेक्ट केला. वेर एज वोल्टमीटर कसो कनेक्ट करपाक जाय? असो पॅरलल. ओके, सो एक पॉयंट आतां आमकां पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स एक्रॉस हांगा काडपाक जाय, वेर आनी खंय काडूंक जाय आमकां पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स. सो एक हांगा कनेक्ट करप, असो हांगा सकल वोल्टमीटर लावन also join करपाक जाय. So voltmeter you have to always connect parallel to the circuit where you need to find the potential difference, whereas ammeter you have to connect in series so that you will get how much current is flowing in the circuit. 1 volt is 1 joule by 1 C, same thing. This one anga W by Q, W agide 1 joule, right? And Q is what? 1 coulomb. So what you get, 1 volt is equal to 1 joule by 1 coulomb. These are the certain symbols. Connecting wire. So whenever you design a circuit, whenever you draw a circuit diagram, then a circuit diagram draw करपा. For example, तुमका question असो दिला, draw a circuit diagram using a connecting wire, bulb, battery, key, ammeter and voltmeter. So here तुमका समज so instruments दिला. So using that you need to design a circuit. So पहली rough काढचो पडटलो, right? पहली बुकाचेर ड्रॉ करचो पडटलो, मागीर तुम्ही कनेक्ट करपाक जाय. सो ड्रॉ करपाक कितें ड्रॉ, कशें ड्रॉ करप आसना. देर आर सर्टन सिम्बॉल्स, विथ दॅट ओनली यू हॅव टू यूज. सो कनेक्टिंग वायर केन्ना अशीच ड्रॉ करप, स्ट्रेट लायन. वायर जॉईंट करता पळय, आतां फॉर एक्झाम्पल ही एक वायर आनी मदल्याच्यान तुमकां आनीक जॉईंट करपाक जाय. हांगा अशें डॉट घालपाक विसरूं नाका. डॉट घातल्यार मिनींग इज तुम्ही जॉईंट दाखयता. डॉटाचो मिनींग जॉईंट दाखोव. दिस इज वॉट बॅटरी. दिस इज द व्हडली जी लायन आसता पळय ती पॉझिटिव्ह आसता सदांच, धाकटी आसता ती नेगेटिव्ह आसता. सो पॉझिटिव्ह असल्यार करंट असो फ्लो जातलो. बेस्ड ऑन दॅट यू हॅव टू कनेक्ट. सेल, सिंगल सेल, दिस इज अ सिंगल सेल, दिस इज अ बॅटरी. ओके, वेरेज हांगा एक सेल आसा, हांगा एक आसा, यू गेट अ बॅटरी. दिस इज अ सिंबल ऑफ अ एमिटर. एमिटर सुद्धा हांगा पॉझिटिव्ह नेगेटिव्ह घालपाक विसरपाक जायना. फॉर एक्झाम्पल फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट positive side is this side and negative this side. So anga positive ni, so positive flow जावन anga positive येता. So anga positive mark करप, हांगाचे negative mark करप. Then the galvanometer, this will tell you the direction, that is positive direction or the negative direction. This is a symbol of electric bulb. This is a symbol of resistance. अशी जी line दाखयता पळय, zigzag line, that is resistance. This is a switch, open switch. तुमका key दाखयल्ले पळय, key. So this is a symbol of key, but this is a open switch. Open switch म्हटल्यार कितें? What is the meaning of open switch? Open switch. Open switch म्हटल्यार हांगा काय connection ना. Here also there is no connection. So that means जेन्ना open switch असता तेन्ना current flow जायना. In a closed switch, like closed path explain केल्ले पळय तशें same. Closed path जेन्ना, this is basically called as a tap key. Okay, this is called as a tap key. This is called as key. So this both is a open switch. So tap key म्हटल्यार कितें, just एकदा single tap करप अशें. Whereas in this case you have to put something over here to continue the circuit. So that is a closed switch. This is a open switch. Next, very important, that is the concept of Ohm's law. कोणे find out केला Ohm's law? George Simon Ohm. So he is a physicist from 1787 to 1854. हाने कितें फाइंड आउट केले is the relation between the current and the potential difference, that is voltage. So current आणि voltage relation कितें, relationship कितें दोगांचो with respect to resistance. Circuit diagram, पयली circuit diagram explain करता, then graph. So as usual there is a battery over here, so positive here, so current will flow in this direction. हांगा positive सांगलेलो negative, right? Whereas same positive, so positive current flows from here, again the positive and negative. And as I told you, you need to connect voltage always parallel to the wherever you want to find the potential difference. For example, at these 2 points you need to find potential difference, so you have to connect parallel. Okay, so that's parallel connect करपाक जाय. Whereas ammeter कसो connect करपाक series. So फुडें या, this is what, this is a resistance. So from here again current will flow, current will flow, and it will come over here. What is this? This is called as a rheostat. I'll explain. Whereas magir current also flows atlo, current also virus pana. This is the symbol of a rheostat. This is a symbol of a rheostat. That doesn't mean the current hanchan भायर वयता. So current also flows atlo, and this is a closed key. हांगा key घातला, so current is flowing. समज हांगा dot नासलो जाल्यार हांगाच तुजो current stop जातालो, right? आणि here you have a closed circuit. So to understand Ohm's law, what is important is you have to first remember this circuit diagram, then the graph. before explaining the graph, I'll explain what is rheostat. So in this circuit diagram, we come across two new symbol. Okay, resistance already explained. So anga actually R ase borough, that is R, and this is a rheostat. This is a symbol of rheostat. There are two symbols. एक असो जाता आणि एक असो. So basically तीन टर्मिनल्स असतात एका. एक हांगा लावंक शकता, हांगा आणि हांगा, नाल्यार एक असो असो लावंक शकता. Three terminals. So what is the meaning of this? Is you can vary the resistance. You can vary the resistance from say 0.1 ohms to say 10 ohms. So 0.1, 0.2. जसं तू increase करत वयता तसो resistance वाढता. So basically you can adjust the resistance over here. So that it is called as a variable resistance. Variable म्हटल्यार कितें? Mathematics and simple example घे. Variables. We say x, y are the variables where you can substitute any value to it, right? For example, you say 2x where x is equal to 2. So you can substitute that 2 into x. So what you will get is 4, right? So giving an example. So where you can vary the value. So x can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to n numbers. So that's why it is called as variable. Same way over here, हांगा कितें जाता? तुका जाय तसो adjust करू शकता resistance. So तुका fixed value ना. Whereas here तुका fixed value आसा पळय. एक से fixed value, say 2 ohms, 2.5 ohms, 3 ohms. Whereas हांगा तुका fixed value ना. You can keep it fixed by varying it. So समज तुका 5 ohms आहे, मध्ये तुका 3-4 ohms आहे, so decrease करप. So you can variably adjust it. So that is called as a variable resistance. Now, what is this? This is a graph of V versus I, that is voltage versus current versus voltage relationship. So x-axis is current in amperes and in y-axis you have voltage. So कितें सांगता तो? This point is what? 0, 0. So when current is 0, voltage is 0, right? But जसं तू current increase करत वता, तसं at same value your voltage will also increase. And when you plot, what you will get is a straight linear line. This is a linear line, right? Straight line. So what it tells you that voltage becomes directly proportional to current. मतलब कितें समज current वाढता, voltage वाढता, voltage वाढता, current वाढता, voltage decrease जाता, current decrease जाता, current decrease जाता, voltage decrease जाता. So जसं current behave करता तसं voltage behave करतलो, जसं voltage behave करता तसं current behave करतलो. But जेन्ना तो graph draw करता, so you will get a straight line. हे तुमका प्रॅक्टिकलान तुमका आसतलो हो टू अंडरस्टँड द ओम्स लॉ. ओम्स लॉ म्हण एक्सपेरिमेंट आसतलो तुमका फॉर प्रॅक्टिकल्स. सो थंय तुमका कितें दितले, स्लो तुमका करंट ऑर वोल्टेज वाडोवपाक लायतले आनी करंट मेजर करपाक लायतलो, कितलो करंट आसा तो, आनी ते तुमका ग्राफाचेर प्लॉट करून यू हॅव टू सी वेदर यू गेट अ स्ट्रेट लाइन ऑर नॉट. सो इफ यू गेट अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, then whatever Ohm's law is telling, that is relation between is directly proportional, that you can prove it. So basically कळ्ळें, जसो current increase तसो voltage increase. Now we will see the definition of it. So what he stated that electric current flowing through a conductor, electric current flowing through a conductor, this is a conducting wire, right? So electric current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends. Whatever current is flowing, electric current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across the end. So potential difference across the end. So at this point you have to measure the voltage. So potential difference and current will be directly proportional, provided the temperature remains constant. Okay. So temperature किती आता? Temperature also remains constant even if there is a change in the current and the potential difference. So V is directly proportional to I. Now when you remove the proportionality sign, याद दवरा, जेन्ना हे proportionality sign आमी काडटा तेन्ना right side एक constant term add जाता. जेन्ना proportionality sign change करून equal to sign करता तेन्ना right side in always a constant add जाता. Whatever is the constant add जाता. So now in this case we have V and we have current. We are varying, आम्ही current परत change करता. So automatically तुझं voltage सुद्धा चेंज जाता, but constant किती उरता? What is this? Correct, this is a resistance. So जेन्ना तू करंट चेंज करता, वोल्टेज चेंज करता, तू कितें खेळ करंट आनी वोल्टेजा वांगडा, बट वो म्हणटा आपणाक काय फरक पडना, तुम्ही जाय ते करा, खेळा, कितें करा, आपूण सुशेगाद चिल रावता. सो वो resistance will be always constant. So that's why that constant here it is R. So where R is the proportionality constant for the given metal at a given temperature and is said to be resistance. The graph between V and I is always a straight line. So graph कितें जाता is always a straight line. So what definition आसा पळय Ohm's law पाठ करना as per graph तुम्ही हो बरोवंक शकता. Very simple to write. That is, he stated that electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end, provided the temperature remains constant. So temperature remains constant. What you get is this and this to be proportional, and that the constant is what? Proportionality constant is what? Resistance. So resistance is what? It is a property of a conductor that opposes the flow of current. It is represented by R and the symbol is this. Already explained, right? Resistance म्हटल्यार कितें, जेन्ना कमी रेजिस्टन्स असता तेन्ना करंट चड फ्लो जाता, बट जेन्ना हाय रेजिस्टन्स असता तेन्ना कमी करंट फ्लो जाता. सो इट अपोजीस बेसिकली फ्लो ऑफ करंट. रेजिस्टन्साचो काम कितें? करंटाक येवपाकूच दिना थंय. सो SI unit is ohm. This is what is the symbol. So 1 ohm, the resistance of a conductor is said to be 1 ohm when the potential difference across the conductor is 1 volt. So resistance केन्ना 1 ohm म्हणटा जेन्ना potential difference across the conductor is 1 volt and the current flowing through is 1 ampere. So V is equal to IR is basically Ohm's law. So जेन्ना R या साइडीन दवरता तेन्ना I खंय वयतलो सकयल, right? So 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere. So the resistance of a conductor is said to be 1 ohm when the potential difference across the conductor. What is the meaning of across the conductor? Potential difference across the conductor. So here conductor ache hanga potential difference asa pay, that is the meaning. The potential difference across the conductor when it is 1 volt and the current flowing through it is 1 ampere. And the wire and then current flows at 1 ampere, then we say it is a 1 ohm.